Hey guys, get another update on Crazy Man number, or Todd the interloper. Todd the interloper. Anyway, he came around yesterday when I went to bed. He said he wanted to see me and talk to me and all this. Wouldn't allow it. Train Jesus in the spirit. This is all in the spirit world, by the way, guys. Just let you know. I call him Train Jesus Christ because he takes care of my trains in the illusion room. Then there's another Jesus Christ. He's my buddy. There's another Jesus Christ, Bones. He's Jesus Christ. They're my buddies, and they're pretty cool dudes. So really cool dudes. So the interloper, geez, that's hot. The interloper came around and wanted to see me. Train Jesus went and gave him enough bullshit. He actually got kicked out of the illusion room last couple of days ago. He was in there the day he hassled me. He put that shit in me and I couldn't do anything. So that's taken away the business and everything. So they kicked him out. He started bitching and yelling, which is creating problems for the people that are coming there to visit, because people come there to see my trains, and people come there to see the illusion room, just hang out, whatever. People that are working there, he's yelling at me. I got Crazy Man yelling at me. I got this guy's gonna start yelling at me. So he got kicked out before any of that happened. And then last night, the lawyer he drew up a contract. I hate contracts, but I don't know, whatever. This guy came and the Christ and my girlfriend, wife, friend, whatever she is, I don't know. I know what she is, but it's all on the fence. They're my caretakers from now on, them three. And that was in the contract. Everything goes through them. And they're with Jesus Christ, and I'm with Jesus Christ. But this guy turns out, after the little confrontation from Train Jesus to fucking interloper, they had a little argument. Turns out this guy had a project. I'm his project for some kind of school. He heard about it. I don't know. I don't know if he's contracted by somebody, but the story is he has to do a project for some kind of school, and I was his project. So for a month, I was under his goddamn boot, going insane. Yep. Can you believe that? I woke up this morning. They were all at my house with the contract, signing. The Christ were signing it. My wife is signing it. Angela, Julie are signing it. They're my caretakers. So all these people that own the illusion room and the guitar shop and everything, my business buddies, they're your personal friends, man. I'd be dead without them. They signed this contract with the interloper and Todd the interloper, and it's all being settled right now. So that's nice. That's real nice. Man, I just woke up, found out my goddamn computer's doing the update, so I got 30 minutes to talk to you about stuff. Yesterday, we had a contract. Well, we had a contract. Me and Bones, we had a contract to go get a snake. Now, this is what's really cool. Now, listen to this. Christ comes to me, he says, Rich, we gotta go get a snake. And I go, where is it? He goes, it's in India. And I'm like, cool. What snake is it? And he goes, it's Indian Black King Cobra. And I went, really? Black Cobra? And he goes, yep. And I'm like, do they even exist? And he goes, I guess so, because that's what they want. And I go, I'm going to go check the internet, and I'm going to go on Google and see if it exists. because I had never heard of it. Never heard of it. Indian king cobra. So I get on Google. Yep, there it is. And I go, where do we have to go? Because India, I hear, from what I understand, is a big place. And he goes, the best place to go find these is called. So I get direct information from Christ that I have no shit, no nothing about. So I go on Google, and he says it's a Pashtun province or something like that. Pashtun province in India. We gotta go there, go in the forest, and find the black snake, Black Cobra, King Cobra. And I didn't look that up on the internet. I didn't. So it's something like that. Anyway, we're getting ready to go around lunchtime, after 3 o'clock. We're getting ready to go, and I lay down and I'm meditating, opening up so I can see. Bones is there, and he goes, "Okay, you ready to go?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I go, "Do you got your stuff to get the snakes?" And he goes, "Yep." And he goes, and then he takes me and he goes, we're going to like the meeting place is the word for it, like a train station, but it's not. It's for people that are going to travel. So me and him are going to travel to India spiritually, but we don't know where to go. He has a contact in India that's Christian or whatever, and he's supposed to meet this contract. So we have to go to the place, the meeting place. From there, you get on a phone and you call your friend. Say, "Look, I'm ready to go. Meet us when we get there," or something like that. "Meet us here at the meeting place." So I thought that was cool because we didn't know where to go. Wow, I'm lucky if I found India, right? So we're at this meeting place. He calls him on the phone, and the guy's in an emergency. He's doing something. We have no one else. Then the priestess comes. She hears about it. Now I think she might be, or maybe in the contract, I don't know. But she's awesome. She's been taking care of me for a long time, like maybe even since my birth, like just making sure everything's okay, sort of. So she's like I don't know. I feel like I got some kind of past life connection to her, where we're buddies, and I don't know. None of this is verified, but whenever I get in a tight spot, she mental telepathies me and tells me things I didn't know. And she's done that for 9 years. Whenever I get in a tight spot, she helped me win the wars with the bad Christ and everything. She comes. She got a tablet, just like a cell phone or a tablet. She's on there and she looks up where it is. She goes, "Oh hell, we can get there, no problem." So we're flying, and so she takes off. We're flying. He sends off a message that we don't need him. The guy in India. And we're flying as high as, I'm looking down at the earth, and we're flying, man. We're up high, really high, looking down at the earth, this earth physically, like we're in orbit, but it's a spirit plane or something. Anyway, we're flying, and I got my camera. Didn't work. I don't know why I didn't press the right button. I don't see how. I think it worked. Anyway, we're flying. We start coming down. And we're right over top of the province, Pashtun province, and it's farmland. And on the left-hand side is forest, and all this side has been burned, clear cut and burned. So I go right on the borderline of the forest. Go right there, and find us a trail we can walk down, and we'll be all set. I'll just walk down the trail, and whatever I focus on, I get to see, right? So what I do is, we get down on the trail, and he goes, "Okay, we're on the trail." And he goes, "You see anything?" And I opened up to everything, and all I could see was animals everywhere in the forest, bugs and animals, and they all showed up like thermal imaging, like green spots. I don't know why. Just going with it. Then I'm amazed. Here I am in India, you know. I'm like, wow, India. I go, don't leave me here. Like, I don't want to be haunted by Indian ghosts. I got enough fucking problems. You know, I'm here to look at the animals. Just get me the hell out when we're not in a room. We're in the middle of nowhere, India. Okay, we're like ghosts walking around on the earth. Spirits. Fucking fascinating. Can't do it here. No one will take me here because it's not important. But I have to go by myself if they don't like that because I always get in trouble. Anyway, we're walking through this forest, and I tell myself, just this black snake, just the black. I only want to see black snake. Only highlight the black snakes, like in the thermal imaging. So it takes away all the bugs, all the birds, all the animals, every insect, everything, and I only see black snakes. And so we're walking. We come up on this little rise. We're at the top, and I can see two. One to my left, one on this side of the trail, one on that side of the trail. So we go to the little one first because the bigger one was farther away. We went to the little one, and we're looking through foliage, and I can see it glowing. But when I get close, the glow goes away, and it becomes a real fucking snake. And I don't know how far away it is because my vision is always changing, right? And we're coming on the snake, and he's there, he's ready. I'm going, do you see it? Do you see it? I go, I'm pointing at it. It's right there, it's right there, it's right there. He's hooked up to me. He sees where I'm pointing my hand, but he don't see the snake. So you got a vibe with the snake. I vibed and I saw it. This I can do with my inner light. This is one of the things I can do with my inner light. And that's why I'm getting $250,000 for a fucking snake. Okay? For the university or the museum or whatever the hell it is. I don't even know. So, finally he sees it. Like he'll shift up and down until he sees the snake. And so he sees the snake, he comes in and sneaks up behind it. This one was really dormant. I don't know why. It didn't really react too much. So he put the bag around it or whatever he has, a bag, and he puts it in a container. A big container, a big plastic looking container or a box or something. I don't know what it was. And then he goes, okay, I got it. I go, let's go check out the other one. And I go, we're here, man. I want to see an elephant. I want to see some tigers. I want to see these things if they're here, right? And so we go to the next snake. It is bigger. It's a big fucking snake. It's big. It's got to be 8 feet. It's got to be this big around, like something like that. 8 feet long. It's huge. It's curled up and it's just sitting there. And it's awake. We come up on it. I'm coming up from behind. And he's beside me. And finally he sees the snake and he's like he starts crying. It was awesome. Anyway, he bagged it, put it in a container with the other snake. And I go, I don't want to go yet. And so he's off to the side. I go, let's go back to the trail. I want to keep walking. I want to see some tigers or something. So I put on I told my inner light, tigers. I want to see tigers. Fuck the snakes, tigers now. So we're looking. I'm looking and I see something green far off in the woods. It was pretty far, almost a kilometer away. So we fly over to the area. And it's a fucking tiger-looking thing. It wasn't a tiger, like big tiger. It was more like a bobcat, some kind of Indian bobcat. Anyway, I'm filming it. It don't see me. I'm a ghost. I'm a fucking ghost. This tiger, I got my camera and I'm filming it. I think I'm filming it, right? And I'm watching it. It's creeping through the forest. And it's just walking. And all of a sudden I see something. And I'm filming it in front of it. And I'm backing up as it's going. It's going faster than it stops. It's going fast. And it has pointed ears and some fur coming out of the top and everything. And I'm telling Christ, I'm telling Bones, this is some kind of like a bobcat looking tiger thing. It's not a real tiger. And he's like, okay, whatever. I'm filming it. I'm going fucking nuts. I'm so happy. And I'm filming this tiger. I feel like I'm in National Geographic, man. I'm filming it and I'm backing up and it's walking like towards me sort of thing. And I'm filming it off to the side. And then what happened? We it snuck up and sat there for like a few seconds, and also that jumped real fast and it caught a bird. It caught a bird. I'm thinking to myself, is this fantasy? Is this fucking real? I'm wide awake, laying in my bed, meditating with Bones, doing this. And it kind of throws on your head. It kind of throws and plays on your head. But hey, everything's real. I didn't even know black snakes existed, black cobras existed until I Googled it. And he told me beforehand we were going to get one. I'm like, who the hell am I to argue? Money, fucking bring it on, right? And this is great. Like, I've never been to India, and like I've traveled other places, thousands of different places, but never to India. Crazy on the earth. We didn't meet any better people. No other people were there, and so I got done that. It was eating this bird. This ground bird, and we took off. We took off flying, and I just started going backwards, and we had a long way to go. And I'm like, hang on if you don't let me go, because I'll get fucking lost or something. So no problem. And he goes, just will yourself home. Just will yourself to your bed. And I'm okay. So he got me up high. And, I've been to the moon. I've been to Mars. The exact same way we're doing here. It's a little different, but it's pretty much the same. You just stay on your target and keep going. You'll get there. Then when you get to where you are, you just lower yourself to the ground, grab the dirt. And there you are. Walk around on Mars. And when you're on Mars, when you feel the ground spiritually, rooted, and it's you're rooting your root chakra to that plane. To that dirt. That's what you do. That's what you do. So just a couple rules you got to follow. This ain't no big thing. That's what you do, and you go around, look till someone kicks you out or punches you in the face, or whatever happens. But when I went to Mars, I had another spirit attack me. He didn't attack me. He just got right in my face, and he was pissed. I'm like, shit. He had beady eyes, little beady eyes. He looked human though. But he had beady eyes, a little different from us. I got the hell out of there. He was dead. And then when I was coming back, like going back to my bed in this tunnel, well, it wasn't a real tunnel. It was just me going so fast, everything was blurry. And then he's coming right at me. He's still gaining on me. And I'm like, ah, and all of a sudden he went and disappeared. So he gave up. I went to bed. Then I made a video about it. That's how you remote view, man. It's not that hard. So I figured I went to Mars. I'm going to India with Bones. So fuck it. Get some snakes and $250,000. That's what happened. So I ended up back in bed. We got our money. It's all good. $250 for each snake. He got $250. I got $250. The reason why they asked me, because I can see. That would have took people, they have to go in the woods and they got to look for the snake. But I got this x-ray thermal vision where I could just, what do you want? Black snake, okay. I go in the woods in India and I tell myself, black snake, that's all I want to see. And that's all I see. And I look through the forest, and there's a red spot. Go to the red spot. That's the black snake. It's always not perfect. Sometimes it's a different kind of snake. I'm like, well, that ain't a black snake. Whatever. Usually it is a black snake or your target, what you want. And that's why the university and everybody's after me, because I could do this shit. I don't know why. I don't even know I'm doing it. The first time I went to look for snakes, and every snake that I was after, whichever it was, I can't remember, like the Eastern Diamondback or something, there was 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 in this one, we went to the Appalachians, in the lower Appalachians on the East Coast, somewhere out there, I forgot. And they were everywhere. They were all, yards and yards and yards away. But with my vision, I could just see, like, the land. I could see the land like that. Like, so you can look for missing people like this. You can do all this. But I don't do missing people anymore. Christ's got a whole new level for it. He knows everything. So whoever's missing, I just tell Christ. Christ looks in his little book, sends out the appropriate people, and does what he does. I get wrapped up in it. Garbage, police. I get the cops. I tell them, like, I ain't doing that anymore. So don't. And the cops screw you. The cops want to know how you found them, and then they follow you around thinking you did it. And fuck all that bullshit. Ego. I can't stand the ego world. So Christ does the same. I report missing people to Christ, and he takes care of it. And he has direct ways that he does things. I don't know what they are because I don't really hang around enough to find out. We did that yesterday. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Crazy man. Todd, the interloper. He was yelling at me from the illusion. But I had my buddies. Oh, now the subconscious. This is going to be interesting. This is really why I made a video. The subconscious. So, I go to bed. I wake up in the morning. No, last night. The night before, I went to bed. I was up all night fighting in my head, not fighting, dreaming. I fall asleep and I have these crazy dreams. I wake up freaking out, just like that all night. Crazy dream, just absolutely make no sense. Turns out, Grandpa Jesus that does the subconscious house cleaning is in me cleaning the house. I'm like, holy shit! I don't know what he does. I ain't figured it out yet. All I'm getting is the end result. Man. Okay. Turns out, this is what he does. Some of it I figured out. He goes into you, and he confronts all your garbage. So your dreams, where you're fighting your dad. Say you got issues with your dad, and all the issues. You're at home in your dream fighting with your dad. Well, fuck you, blah, 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 blah. He's fucking yelling at you. You're fucking yelling at him. And this is the way it was in your physical life, but you ain't dealt with it yet. So it's in your subconscious, that fight. In that fight, that issue is a room in your house, in the dream. That is all the stuff in your subconscious. And you're dreaming it, and trying to solve the issue over and over for the rest of your fucking life. Okay? That's what you're dealing with. But I woke up. He was there, and he goes, Rich. I go, yeah, I'm cleaning your house. Now, that fight you just had with your dad, I go, yeah. He goes, let it go, right now, let it go. And I let it go. And all of a sudden, I just seen junk coming up my chakra, my inner tube thing or whatever. It comes from deep down in your hair, and it comes out your brain, and it comes out, and it's just junk flying up. Tons of junk. Couldn't believe it. And I'm like, this is the junk? And he goes, yep, this is all the bullshit. So what he did was he triggered an issue I have with my parents, or a fight or someone I had, my cousin, not the one you met yet, but stuff like that, things I got issues with that are affecting me to this day. I still ain't dealt with them, but there's garbage that goes along with it, tons of garbage. And all the garbage is your bullshit that you keep. And I keep a lot. He goes, it's going to be a month till I get this done. I'm like, a fucking month? He goes, yeah. He goes, he thought it would be a week. It'd take him a week. I think I reported that in my last video. But he goes, no, I think it's going to be more like a month because he got a lot of issues. And I'm like, oh my God. And anyway, it's not so much about the problem. He triggers the problem. He's not trying to solve the problem. He's cleaning the house. So he triggers the problem, the fight with your parents in your head. You dream about it and everything in it. All the garbage in the house, all the garbage that comes along with the issue is actual objects you've seen in your house. All that stuff where you used to live, your old bass guitar, your old amplifiers, your old CDs, your old bicycle, your old stuff, your old lighters, your old t-shirts, your old shoes, every fucking item that you had when you were a kid living, when that problem happened, is in your subconscious. All that junk. He's getting rid of the junk. He ain't solving the issue. But that will help solve the issue when you get rid of the junk, because you have a clean plate to look at, more or less, without the junk. And you can focus on the problem and get rid of it more. So all this fucking shit is coming up, and it's clogged my head up. And my God, man, unbelievable. I was yesterday. We were gonna make a video, couldn't do it because of the junk coming out of my head. I had a headache. My eyes were watering. Constant. I couldn't even go. I went to the illusion room to create stuff. Couldn't do it because of the garbage coming out. And that's just one. I think I did 3 confrontations or 3 problems, issues I had in my head. He did. And I slept all day. I was up for 3 hours in the morning. Slept all afternoon till like almost 6. Man. Anyway, this fucking shit's pouring out of me, and it's all going up and getting stuck in that layer. I don't know. Some kind of layer where it gets stuck. It's crazy. Anyway, he's getting it off me, and it's in the illusion. He said, I go, where's the junk going? I don't want to send it here. He goes, it's in the illusion. Don't worry about it. It's going away. It's doing its own thing. It's doing what it's supposed to do. And I'm like, okay, as long as you know. So that will happen. I'm still getting. Last night, he didn't trigger anything last night. I had to deal with the contracts and all that. And I had a normal dream, but it was a weird dream. Last night's dream, I was walking with this older lady. She's holding my hand, and I'm gonna get laid. And we're walking around in a school. She had black hair, and we're playing in a baseball diamond, watching everybody play. My dad was at the other end of the baseball diamond. My family's screwing around, and I go, the Leafs are playing tonight, man. Like anytime soon, the Leafs are playing. And I go, I want to watch them on the big screen. Right beside the baseball diamond was a bunch of benches, a great big giant amphitheater, and the Leafs were going to play on the amphitheater. I figured, hell, we got surround sound, big giant speakers. Let's watch that. And this lady's I'm getting laid after the game, so I'm happy. I don't even know who she is. Then I wake up. I asked for Bone Jesus is right here triggering an issue, or he was there, and I said, look, man, I'm having a crazy dream. This is a paradise dream. This shit don't happen. Pretty girls don't go out with me, all right, for whatever reason. And this girl is on me, and so they came. I think Bone Jesus came. He came, trying to figure out who this lady was. So I'm sitting there holding her hand, and I'm awake in my head looking at Bone Jesus, and I go, come into the dream right now. He comes in, and all of a sudden, I'm in a bubble, and all of a sudden I can see his face come in like that, and his face was bigger than my head. It came in like that, and she, as soon as he came in, looked down on us, she disappeared. And he got freaked out because that means it wasn't a dream. This was conscious. Whoever this girl was, it was conscious. She was conscious. She was older than me, like 10 years older than me, if not more. And she disappeared. No one knows who she was. He don't even know. He went into the dream, checked out the players in the dream, found out it was a dream, but it was not my dream. It was incorporated between me and this girl. So this girl is dreaming with me. Either she knows it or she don't. Either way, we're in this dream together, created this happy place for Richard, which I knew wasn't fucking real, because when I have a normal dream, I don't tell Christ about it. I'm all happy. It's just a normal good dream, and my dreams ain't with a girl. That's for damn sure. I have to go see girls. Well, they do. Like, I have friends that take me to St. Lucia and walk around with me and take me to the bars and coffee shops and meet their friends and stuff. Actually, I have a friend. She took me to. She always takes. She's a friend of my daughter's, and she goes out, and she takes me to different places. Well, she took me to this bar, and I'm in this bar drinking, and I can't keep my pants up, right? I don't know why. I keep holding my pants. I'm like, oh, I can't hold my pants up. And all of a sudden, I'm laying on bed and I get frustrated because I can't keep my pants on. I don't know why. I'm not like I'm with her. I'm not having sexual relations with anybody. But I just keep falling down. And I'm like, fuck, this is driving me nuts. So I'm trying to drink my beer and I'm trying to meet these people and they're cool. The bartender's cool. It's a cool place, man. And I wake up and I'm coming back out of the dream. And it was a real dream. It was in St. Lucian. It was a bar in St. Lucian. I forget the name of the bar. I can find out if you want to know. I guess she brought me there to meet the bartender or the owner of the place. And his name was Anthony. I think Antonio or Anthony or something. Anyway, he had his cool hair, cool guy. Damn near looked like me almost. He had long hair. Cool guy. Anyway, he was running the bar. He owned a bar, and he wanted to know because she knows him, and she wanted me to meet him. So I went there, and he likes old things, right? Like old stuff, and he hangs it in his bar. And so he said something about the topic came around about railroads and trains and stuff. And while my friend he's into trains like you wouldn't fucking believe. So she took him to see my trains and everything I've done. And he wanted to have a railroad sign made. I can make railroad sign. So she said, yeah, he can make you one. So she brought me there to talk to him and meet him and everything. And it turns out he wanted me to make a railroad sign, like a steel railroad for the company. And he wanted a chassis system sign with the cat. It says chassis system. Well, it don't exist anymore, and those signs. So I went on Google. I looked at one. I'm in the illusion room. So I looked on Google, found an old chassis system sign, made it. I had to rust and chip paint and everything. Made one for him and one for me. I sold that one to him. I just gave it to him. I didn't even want it. I was like, here, bud, it's all yours. It's hanging in his bar now. I made one for me, and I'm hanging it in the train room where I put my train set. And this train set is damn near as big as a hockey arena. This fucking room that I'm putting the train set in. And it's HO scale. And the walls of the room are going to have signs of all the railroads, cool train stuff, old trinkets, stuff like that. So I've been making train signs and for different railroads and stuff. Oh, lots of cool stuff. But that's the dream I had last night, which triggered a whole bunch of interest. People come see my trains, they watch me make the trains. They film me make the trains because I can make them. I'm making the best. And I sell them. Everybody wants them. I'm like, nope. Shit's mine. I ain't fucking selling it. But little kids ask me, and you can't resist. Right? So, I want this train too. And they're like the cutest little thing. I want a train too. Oh, no, fuck, I gotta make another one. Jesus. So you make another one, you give it to them. You can't help it. That happens all the time. I just can't help it. Anyway, that happens all the time. You can believe the kids. They're so funny. I'm like, hockey game's coming on, and I'm making trains, and I go. The little kid goes. The little kid's there talking to my wife and my daughters, and the little kid goes, and I say to him, well, I have to go. hockey game's coming on and I gotta eat. And the kid goes, he gotta eat. You gotta eat. It's time to eat. I go, yeah, brother, it's feeding time. He goes, it's feeding time. Richie got it, it's feeding time. I'm laughing my ass off. Everybody else is laughing. And then he wants to train, and I gotta make another one. So that's what goes on every day, more or less. Fun times. It's not all bad, man. We have a lot of fun. And that's it. That's what goes on. I know I'm a train freak. I love trains. And I wanted a $1 billion train set while I was here on Earth. And I ain't getting it. But I'm sure as shit gonna have one when I'm in the spirit world in St. Lucia. That's all I gotta say. Yeah. And I got all my classic cars all lined up, ready to go. I got big old bank account, all made for my desires here. And I can't have in this life because I live under a corporate fucking boot and control system on Earth. On the Earth, that's the way it's supposed to be here. Maybe not exactly all the finer points and details, but you should have a chance to live your desires and your dreams. Period. End of story. Anyway, guys, as soon as you become the top of what you are, or whatever it is in society, and you're fucking 90 years old, might as well be. You got. I don't want to get into it right now. Sorry, guys. You know what I'm talking about. You can't achieve your goal because the world's controlled by a bunch of fucking retards and sociopaths. So you can't be anything. And when you be something, you get bought. You gotta work for one company. Your shit never gets released into your name. You know, like the fucking light bulb guy. Who knows if that's even real? Somebody invented it. Like Tesla. Perfect example. Tesla. What happened to him? Happens everywhere. If you want to be a rich millionaire and create something, create the light bulb or more or less something like that, you ain't never going to do it until they tell you can do it. And you got to be in the group. You got to be in the Masonic fucking temple. You think fucking Neil Armstrong he wanted to be a rocket scientist and astronaut and he just got in an old rocket and flew to the moon? Nope. He had to be a 33-degree Freemason or fucking whatever that was. 33-degree Mason. Yeah. That's why I do the reversals. Okay, later, guys.